But then I had my second near-death experience around age 21, and already at 21 I had already found my first book on enlightenment, and I think it was Wake Up and Roar or something like that, with Papaji, and also some Zen Buddhism books. And I was reading those books. I think I was maybe 16, 17, 18 when I was reading them. And I remember thinking, I know what they're talking about. Like, I don't understand this awakening stuff. They're making it sound like it's such a big deal, but for me it wasn't. And I felt I already understood this, like that I am not my mind, and this body is not, this is just a dream and all stuff. And I think it was because of my near-death experience already. But the second near-death experience came already at age 21. I was at that time I was increasingly partying a lot, taking drugs, drinking, big motorbikes, crazy girlfriends. I was not living like a yogi, you could say. I was definitely on a wrong path, and I think that was a lot of karmic baggage that I got from my parents, my ancestral line. I came in with a heavy program into this world, and you know, you can be awake, no matter how awake you are, you still have to unwind the karmic stuff. Yeah, I was in all that. But anyway, I think the spirit just saw that this guy needs another wake up call, and so basically I died again. It was on my way home from a party or something like that, and I had like taken lots of drugs and alcohol and all that stuff, and suddenly I just collapsed on the street. And I had a girlfriend that was studying for a nurse back then, and so basically I died on the street, and she started doing first aid, like CPR, I think it's called in English. And I was out of the body already, and I saw her freaking out about me being dead, and I just had no attachments to this life. I totally could see that this is an illusion. It's just a dream, and one lifetime is like this fast. It's like a blink of an eye. On the other side, this is what seems to be taking a long time here is actually no time there. And so, and then I was not attached to the body. I wasn't attached to going back into the body or anything. I just wanted to check out what's going on on the other side. And so basically, I saw that the reality that I was living before in this body was a dream. But then I started seeing that this reality that I'm in now, on the other side, is a dream too. And then as soon as I started sensing that, I went into a higher frequency, another dimension, and I saw other beings and other realities, and I saw that those are dreams too, and those are dreams too. And I went to next level. I just popped through all these layers of existence, and I saw they're all dreams, and we all are dream characters in all these layers of existence. And some of them most of them actually were extremely beautiful, very loving, very full of light and love. But I was thinking, I remember sensing, I want to see the end of where all this is going. And so basically I popped straight through into source, where basically I cease to exist. There's no me, sense of self, identity, all that stuff goes away. And basically you're merging with what is called source, with God, with the everythingness, and it's total complete oneness, unity consciousness. And it's home. It's where we all came from. It's where we're all going. And so I went there, and then intuitively, I suddenly created this, suddenly this sense of me was created again. Like, it's kind of like God, the everythingness starts to create into somethingness. And so I was back in the somethingness, but on a more abstract level. I was still not back in the body. And then another being came to me. And actually, at that time, I wanted to go into the light and all that stuff, the white tunnel of light, because I knew that if I go through it, then I will never go back to the body and all that stuff. But this being came and said, like, kind of, wait a minute. And the moment this being came, we merged. Then we became one. And in this unity, I have instant knowledge of everything, of who I am, why I'm here, what I'm supposed to do here on Earth, and etc. All that stuff. And so there was no conversation, there was no telepathic communication or anything. It's just instant knowing, heart to heart. And then suddenly I realized that I was ecstatic about having a physical body here on Earth, that it was a great gift. It was it's a very rare moment that a soul is allowed to come in a body. I know it sounds weird, but because there's so many of us, but on the other side, there's even more. And many of these beings are envious that we are having what is called a human experience. And so I was ecstatic about that. And I realized I really want to be in my body. Oh, mute. Somebody need to mute. Okay, so so basically, I was also shown that the reason why it's such a privilege to be in a human body right now on Earth is because we are going to be witnessing, we're in the middle of a global awakening. And I saw that the sun is going to make this flash pulse. And we're talking about, this is a long time ago. This it's like, it's almost 30 years ago, right? So, well, actually it's more, because I was shown the same thing when I was 3 years old, but I just didn't understand it. So, but the sun is going to do this flash, and I saw this energy going in through the poles of the Earth, and then into the center of the Earth and out. And then I saw humans. This energy goes through the human, and our nervous system is either going to be totally blissed out and full of love and ecstatic, or we're gonna have the worst time, the worst day ever. If you're if you're in your heart, you're gonna have a good day. If you're in your head, you're gonna have a bad day. And so if you're service for yourself, you're gonna have a bad day. If you're service for others, you're gonna have a great day. But this energy was bluish, whitish energy, and it went through the system and then into the sky as well. So this was like the reunion between Father Sky and Mother Earth, and we are the conduit in between, and that was the ascension process. So I saw that energy running through humanity, and that this is coming. And I was also told, please talk about this to other people, remind them, because they forgot. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to remind people that life is not what we think it is, and there's something amazing happening on Earth right now, despite the fact it looks very opposite. So I was shown all that, and let me see, I want to talk about in the right chronology. I was also shown that I am not supposed to die right now. And so I was shown the body, and suddenly I felt huge compassion for the body, and I sailed into the body, like my face was pointing onwards, and I was kind of like sliding in to it. And then I came in, and that opened up my eyes. And that was a pretty weird experience. And put it this way, dying is very natural for all of us. We have died many times. We have had many lifetimes, many lifetimes. Um, I'll speak about that later. But coming back to a dead body is kind of, that's not something that is that we're used to. It's not something that we do very often. And so going back was kind of weird, was really weird. And anyway, I came back to life, and my girlfriend back then was happy and all that stuff. And then basically, I realized that my life was, so on the other side as well, I knew I forgot something. On the other side, I was shown also, if you continue your life the way you do now, this will be your life. And I was shown the whole timeline. And that was, we talk about the parties, the motorbikes, the alcohol, the drugs, the crazy stuff. Like, I was fighting with people on the streets, and I was a bouncer in a discotheque. I was really going bonkers. And so this is like your life, how it's going to be if you continue like this, or you can choose to change it and change the path, and then it will be like this. And so I was shown this. I was shown that you have to make a decision, and here's the options. And so when I came back into the body, I woke up and I started breathing again and all that stuff. And basically, I broke up with my girlfriend, despite the fact that she saved my life, because she was, we were not good for each other. And I quit my job, and I sold my motorbike, and I stopped taking drugs and alcohol and all that stuff. I just dropped everything. I threw it out in the toilet. And also I moved to a different apartment because I had too many bad friends, so I cut off everything. And basically I isolated myself, and I started going back into deep meditation. I went for long walks in nature, etc., meditations and breath work, etc. Now,